Succession is one of the best written shows currently on TV. The dialogue is filled with hidden meanings and foreshadowing. Seemingly throwaway lines often hint at what is to come, and Season 3 was no exception.
Who said I never killed anyone?
I killed a kid.
In this video, I want to take a look at the ending of Season 3, and how the show plants clues throughout the season that build up to the final episode. And in particular, I want to look at the parallels between Kendall and Tom's storylines. Season 2 ended with Kendall's shocking press conference, in which he exposed Logan's crimes. Most of Season 3 follows the fallout from this, as Kendall tries and fails to take Logan down. But rather than turning into a hero, Kendall finds himself increasingly isolated from his family and the world, eventually hitting rock bottom in episode 6. Jesse Armstrong, the head writer of Succession, has said that the Dostoevsky novel Crime and Punishment is an influence on the show. In that book, the main character gets away with murder, but is tortured by their own guilt. Season 3 is similar in the sense that it seems like Kendall simply can't win until he comes clean about his own mistakes. The waiter's death in Season 1 most of all. After all, Kendall is trying to get Logan punished for crimes and cover-ups. But the ultimate evidence of this is Logan's hiding of Kendall's involvement in the waiter's death. If Kendall really wants to take Logan down, he'll have to bring to light the unpleasant facts of what happened that night. However, Kendall only opens up about the waiter's death in the final episode of Season 3. One of the show's best. The key scene is the conversation between Kendall, Shiv, and Roman in the Tuscan dust. Here, Kendall tells them about the car crash. Outside of Logan, they are the only people to know about Kendall's involvement. Despite all the fighting and dysfunction between Kendall and his siblings in Season 3, Shiv and Roman are able to connect with Kendall over this and provide him with some support. It's the most touching moment in the season, maybe of the whole series. But this moment is quickly overshadowed by the news that Logan intends to merge with the company Gojo, owned by Lucas Matson, Succession's version of Elon Musk. This move threatens the Roy children, and they temporarily form a truce to take on their father. However, just as it looks like they might succeed, the siblings' plan is torpedoed when Logan reveals that he has reopened the divorce agreement with their mother, and the children have lost their supermajority.
Fuck off! I have you beat!
Logan now has free reign to do with the company whatever he likes. What makes the children's defeat possible is the bombshell betrayal by Tom, who has told Logan about their plan. Tom's betrayal has been built up all season long. In fact, the main storyline of the season might be Tom's. Tom spends the majority of Season 3 panicking about going to prison for his role in covering up crimes at Logan's company. However, Shiv doesn't seem to care very much about his worries, or the thought of him in prison, nor does she seem to care that he desperately wants to have a child. This all builds up to Shiv cruelly joking to Tom's face that she doesn't love him.
Even though I don't love you.
The only character who gives Tom any affection at all this season is Logan. After Tom offers to do jail time if necessary, Logan thanks him and later says he will remember. While Logan is feverish and delusional, he even calls Tom son.
Thanks, son.
That Tom would betray his own wife and side with Logan comes as a twist, but it's actually foreshadowed throughout Season 3. For example, when Tom meets with Kendall at the diner, he tells him,
And I've never seen Logan get fucked once.
The move also makes sense for Tom, given that he's always had a precarious place in the family. While he enjoys tormenting Greg, the truth is that Tom and Greg are more or less on the same level within the family. We see this in Season 2, for example, when the two of them are holed up in the safe room for the plebs, while the Roy's inner circle shelters in the real safe room.
No, Greg, this is the safe room, okay? This is the panic room. We're safe here.
How is it safe?
Calm
It's
down.
just a room.
Tom's betrayal is also hinted at the beginning of Season 3, Episode 9, when the Roy siblings are playing Monopoly. Shiv gets caught stealing from the bank, while Tom gets a get-out-of-jail-free card.
Get out of jail free card. Another one.
In addition, Tom's conversation with Greg earlier in the season about the Roman Emperor Nero and his slave Sporus also foreshadows Tom stabbing Shiv in the back.
Nero pushed his wife down the stairs. And then he had Sporus castrated and he married him instead. And he gave him a ring and he made him dress up like his dead wife.
Wow. Plot twist. Didn't see that coming.
Finally, Tom's arc in Season 3 has some parallels with Kendall's, especially since they were both the final two names suggested to be the fall guy at the end of Season 2. Season 3 begins with Kendall trying to take down Logan and the rest of the family that stands with him. But Tom is the complete opposite. He tries to ingratiate himself with Logan, even offering to be the fall guy once again by going to jail for the company's crimes. But in the final episode of Season 3, there's a switch. Perhaps prompted by his near-death experience in the pool, Kendall opens up to his siblings and makes a truce with them. As a result, Kendall has less power, but he's finally doing the right thing, acting less like Logan. In contrast, Tom gains power in this episode by betraying Shiv, Kendall, and Roman. Maybe that's part of why this move earns Logan's respect. By harming his loved ones in the pursuit of power, Tom is acting like Logan would act. Whereas Season 2 ended with Kendall throwing Logan under the bus for his own gain, Season 3 ends with Tom doing essentially the same to Shiv. All of this sets the stage for an explosive and unpredictable Season 4. Thanks for watching.